All right, guys, let's get some NCAA basketball picks and props for Thursday, February 8th slate of games. Trey, let's take a look at that leaderboard. Have you start us off?
Yeah, guys, I went 1-0. I'm slowly starting to get back into the rhythm, and thanks for the support in the comments. God, I love to see the comments. And if you guys wrote it, it was a no sweat bet. I gave out Winthrop -9.5 versus Charleston Southern, and Winthrop, they absolutely dominated this game. They controlled the first half. They were up by almost 20 in the first half, and then just cruised to a no sweat bet.
Yeah, and I have Duke -60.5 going up against Notre Dame. They need to stop playing with this Notre Dame team. They got up 22-7 early in the game. They cut it to 8.5. Notre Dame did. Duke needs to come out and put them away. They are the way better team. I don't know what they're doing. They're playing with their food, Trey. That's what they're doing. They're playing with their food. They need to come out in the second half and dominate them. So hopefully we can sweep the board and go 2-0 as a team. Let's go over to the props. Have you start us off over there?
Yeah, and we did actually sweep the board because my game just ended. I gave out Tucker DeVries over 20.5 points versus Southern Illinois. We needed overtime, and he smashed it for us. There's actually 2 minutes left in overtime, and DeVries, he already has 27 points, so he smashed it over for us. Shout out, Drake.
Is Drake winning that game? They were -10 today.
They're currently up by 6 points with 2 minutes left.
So they're going to win. Okay. I gave out Mark Sears over 19.5 points going up against Auburn. Only positive thing Alabama had today was Mark Sears, 25 points. He had 13 points from the free throw line, so he did take advantage of the fouls in that game. Let's go over to the group play from yesterday. We had two. I started 0-1. You started 1-0. You gave out Auburn -4.5. I gave out Alabama +4.5. There wasn't a second. There was maybe 2 seconds in this game that I thought, oh, maybe Alabama might cover. I think it was 39 all when they made a 12-point run. After that, it was all Auburn, and it wasn't even close. Auburn dominated this game. They shot better, played better defense. The morale was there. The crowd was amazing. It's hard to go into the jungle and win. So Auburn, they were the better team in this game. One game really doesn't matter for the SEC, but that was a big win for Auburn after their loss to Alabama. And, the other game was Northwestern against Nebraska. We split on that one as well. I gave out Northwestern -4.5. You gave out Nebraska +4.5, and Northwestern's dominating them right now. Score is 47-30 at the half. So it looks like we're going to split the board between you and I. So, Trey, let's go to the game pick for tomorrow for the group. It's going to be a good game in the American Conference. FAU going up against UAB. FAU -4.5, big over-under, 163.5. Have you start?
Yeah, guys, I'm just going to run through the 5 most recent games at UAB. UAB last season won by 9. UAB 2 seasons ago won by 14, won by 11. 3 seasons ago won by 3. 4 and 5 seasons ago, each game won by double digits. For some reason, FAU cannot travel to Birmingham, Alabama to play UAB, and I'm going to continue to just smash that trend here. So give me the home dog. I'm going to take UAB +4.5. They love to play at home, and they've been showing that this season as well. They are currently 9-3 at home, and this FAU team, they've been playing a very tough schedule. So the fact that they are 3-2 on the road, I can't hold that against them because they've been playing some very elite teams, and I kind of expect them to kind of get a trap game here against UAB because I think FAU is kind of expecting just to walk into this conference and walk out undefeated. But at the end of the day, UAB, they are a very tough team, and whenever you look at their most recent games, they just had 2 very impressive wins against Memphis and North Texas. So I think they're going to come in this game with a ton of momentum and confidence and look to spoil Florida Atlantic. So I'm going to go with the home dog here. Give me UAB +4.5.
Yeah, you said everything I wanted to say. Give me UAB here +4.5. That North Texas game is everything in my mind. They put up 82 points against that North Texas team. If they can do that to North Texas, they can score 100 points on this FAU defense easily. They're at home. This is a really good spot for them if you want to back them on the money line as well. I think UAB is going to win this game outright. FAU, they've had some problem this season. They've only covered the spread in 2 of the last 5 games. They had a tough test against UTSA and Rice. I mean, they took UTSA took them to overtime. They could have won that game. FAU, not the same team this year. I like UAB in this spot +4.5. We're going to sweep the board there. Let's go over to our plays for tomorrow. How do you start us off?
Yeah, guys, I'm going to be going with the Sacramento State at Idaho State game, and this is going to be a fun game to watch, even if both teams, they've had below average seasons so far, because Sacramento State, they come in this game with a 6-17 record. They're also 6-14-1 ATS, and the Hornets, they are 1-10 on the road this season. So deadly combination for this Sacramento State team. They're terrible at covering games, and they're also bad at playing on the road. So we definitely need to note that. But Idaho State, they come in this game with a 9-14 record. They're 9-12 ATS. But the Bengals, they're at least 5-3 at home. And whenever we factor into this Sacramento State team, they've lost 6 straight games by an average score of 68-60, so losing by an average of 8 points per game. And Idaho State, they're coming off a big road win here. I'm going to have to take their home team here. So give me Idaho State. I'm going to take them at -5.5. And I think this is a perfect line here because I do kind of expect them to win this game by double digits. They're simply the better team, and they're playing at home because Idaho State, they're ranked 41 spots higher than Sacramento State in the KenPom. And I think that's going to rear its head in this game because whenever you look at this Sacramento State team, they are bad on both ends of the floor. They're ranked in the bottom 50 in KenPom in offensive and defensive efficiency. That is no bueno. And Idaho State, they are going to enjoy playing at home here in this game with that huge crowd behind them here. And the last time these two teams played at Idaho State, the Bengals, they won and covered. So I expect that to continue here. Give me Idaho State -5.5 against Sacramento State.
Yeah, Trey, I like the play there. For my play today, I'm going to take a page out of my co-host book and look up a small school matchup. It's going to be UMass Lowell going on the road to take on the UMBC Retrievers. I'm going to grab the home team, +7.5 here, UMBC, to cover the spread in this game. I gave out UMBC on their last game on the website against Albany, and they did win outright, 114-102 in the last game. They caught my eye against Bryant 2 games ago, almost beating Bryant on the road as a 13-point dog, losing by 4 points in that game. And this UMBC team, they remind me a lot of Kentucky in a way. They can put up a bunch of points, but they lack defense most of the time. Obviously, they're nowhere close to the talent level of Kentucky, but they can score a ton of points, showing that over the last 2 games, scoring a combined 209 points in the last 2 meetings. I like the matchup that UMBC has in this game going up against UMass because these teams have faced off already this season, and that game ended as a 4-point difference. UMBC losing on the road. It was an 86-82 finish. They were a 14.5 underdog in that game. Last season as well, these teams played a couple times. UMass got the advantage in both those games, but they won by 5 points and 6 points. And looking at the head-to-head over the last 4 games, UMBC has either won outright or they've lost by 6 points or less in 4 consecutive games. UMass Lowell is also coming into a game not in great form, dropping 2 of the last 3 games and not covering the spread in 2 of the last 3 games as well. I like the offensive output I've seen out of UMBC over the last 2 games. Give me the Retrievers +7.5 in this game. Maybe sprinkle the money line on them as the home dog here. +7.5 for UMBC as the play. Trey, let's go to the player props. Have you start us off?
Yeah, guys, I'm going to go with Gabe Madsen here, and I'm going to take him to go over 12.5 points versus Arizona. I do really love this over for Madsen in this game, even though he did not cash the over for us last month whenever I gave him out. But I do expect something different here in this game. That's because Madsen, he's playing at home here, and he is a different human when playing at home. That's because he's shooting 51.4% from the field and 46.9% from behind the arc. That's something to an average of 14.1 points per game at home, which is over this number. And I expect that to continue here in this game because these two teams have actually already played once this year, and that game was in Arizona. And Madsen, he scored 18 points in that game. And there's no reason why he should not just match that performance here, especially whenever Madsen, he scored 21 points in his last game. So we have that positive momentum behind him as well. In Utah, they have a big 7-footer who does score most of their points. But whenever we realize that Arizona, they have 3 7-footers on their roster that does play minutes, I think that Utah's going to look to score in different ways, and that's going to be Gabe Madsen. So give me Gabe Madsen to go over 12.5 points versus Arizona.
Yeah, Trey, I like that play there. For my play today, we're going to look at Kayne Clary to go over his total points going up against Iowa. The Iowa Hawkeyes, they don't play defense this season. They rank 296 in the nation in points allowed per game, giving up 77.2 per game. It's a great matchup for the Nittany Lions in this game, and it's a great matchup for Clary to go off after he's had a couple down games in the last 2 conference matchups. In his last 2 games combined, he scored 24 points against Ohio State and Minnesota. But this season, he's averaging 18.4 points per game, shooting 46.5% from the field. And if we take out those last 2 games, he's scored 18-plus points in 9 of the last 10. The great thing about Clary also is that he doesn't need the 3-point shot to rack up points. He can hit the 3-point shot, but on the season, he's only making 1.4 threes per game, shooting 37.8% from the outside, but he's scoring the 18.5 points per game from the free throw line and from being very efficient inside. Whenever Clary scores 18-plus points over the last 10 games, he goes to the free throw line an average of 5.8 times per game, which I love, and he's making 82.8% of those free throws this season. This is a good spot for him to attack a weak Iowa Hawkeyes defense after the back-to-back losses and the back-to-back poor performances for him from the field. Give me Kayne Clary. Great name, by the way, to go over his total points against the Hawkeyes as the play. Trey, let's go to the graphic. Have you start us off?
Yeah, guys, I gave out Idaho State -5.5 against Sacramento State. If you guys follow us on Twitter, I gave out Idaho I think it was -4.5 versus Sacramento State a couple days ago, and Sacramento State got their butts whooped. I expect something similar with Idaho State here in this game. Also gave out Gabe Madsen over 12.5 points versus Arizona. I feel like he's going to just come into a groove here in this game, especially since it's at home, and just knock down shots like he's always done. He shoots over 50% from the field. So some quick math, we only need about 8 shots from him in this game.
I like that math. I gave out UMBC plus 7.5 going up against UMass Lowell. I'm going to sprinkle the money line as well probably, but give me the Retrievers plus 7.5 at home. I think they win the game. And then give me Kayne Clary over his total points against a really bad Iowa Hawkeyes defense. He's had really bad back-to-back games. I think he's going to bounce back in a big way. Guys, that's going to do it for the NCAA basketball plays and props for Thursday, February 8th slate of games. If you guys enjoyed the content, please be sure to drop a like in this video and subscribe to the channel below. See you guys next video, and thanks for watching. All right, guys, new intro here for the Bear Pack. We hit 10,000 subscribers again. We want to thank everybody again. Trey, if you want to pull that 10,000 subscribers up, if you guys comment llama on any of our videos up until Super Bowl, you will be entered into winning $1,000 from us. The only catch is, come Super Bowl Sunday, you have to be in the chat to claim the prize. We're going to have a live at halftime. You have to be in the chat to claim the prize, and you have to comment llama on any of the videos up until the Super Bowl. We also have 12,000 subs coming right around the bend. We're at 10,200. We're going to give away 2 tickets to anybody to any game they want. NBA, NFL, college basketball. It doesn't matter. We can wait until the new season for NFL. Any game you want to go, whenever we get to 12K, we're going to have that giveaway coming up as well. We also have a new game. It's going to be Trey and myself versus the Bear Pack. You can call it Pros versus Joes if you want. I don't really like the name because I don't consider us pros. I don't consider you guys Joes. But Trey, if you want to go to the YouTube channel, this is how you guys play. You're going to go to our YouTube channel. You're going to hit the community tab. We've been in the community tab a lot this season. You're going to go to the community tab. We have our plays for the day. So obviously the intro is not going to have plays for today, but these are our plays for our next video. It's the Pelicans -2.5, the Heat -5, Quinnipiac -4.5, and Wisconsin -10.5. Those are Trey's and myself's plays. What you guys are going to do is pick which one you think will not hit, meaning you're going to fade us, which is Pros versus Joes, which is the game called. But you guys are going to try to pick which one is not going to hit. If you guys win, you're going to get a point. If we win, we're going to get a point. We're going to run it Friday through Friday every single week. Whichever team has the most wins, so 4-3, 6-2, whatever it is, that person or group will win $50. If the community wins, we're going to do a wheel spin for the community. If we win, I don't know how we're going to get our cheddar, but you guys are just going to have to subscribe, I guess, more. But that's the game. Hopefully everybody understands it. Trey, let's get into the video. Look at the leaderboard. We had multiple questions this morning about how to become a member for the YouTube channel. Let's do that really quick tutorial. You're going to go to youtube.com. You're going to go to Bears Profit Plays. You're going to search it in. You're going to hit our thing. There's a join button right just to the right of subscribe. You can click that. There's 2 options. You have the Bear Pack for $4.99. That gives you access to YouTube member plays. And then you have the Bear Pack Gold for $7.99 a month. That gives you access to our member plays on YouTube, and it gives you a 1-month membership to our website, bearsprofitplays.com. So if you get the Bear Pack Gold, you save yourself $2 a month, a little bit cheaper if you want to do that. But that is the tutorial for anybody that needed it. We had multiple questions today through email about how to do it, and it wasn't working. But if you want to know, there it is right there. Trey,